What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Sidisi, Wicked Witch of the West Coast. We're going to hit the east side of that LBC on that mission, trying to find Mr. Warren G. So, mount up, regulators. If you're ready to have some good zombie fun today, playing against Mizzex should be pretty fun. Okay, and as far as our opening hand goes, we have Drowned Catacomb, Urborg, and Force Buried. Yeah, we're going to keep on this one. A little Fraying Sandy. These sounds pretty good. Opponents on the play, we'll let them do their thing. We're playing Sidisi, Brute Tyrant, and actually, let's go ahead and make the land drop, then I'll cover that in just a second. So let's go ahead and get the Drowned Catacomb down, and then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. We're playing Sidisi, Brute Tyrant, enters the battlefield or attacks, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard, then whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from your library, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Playing against Mizzex, and then let's see what we draw into Mulch. Love it. Let's go get the forest down and go for Mulch. I'll give my mulch story here in a second. Let's go for mulch. Just going, hey, only one land. We'll grab that watery grave. I like that. Puts us online for Sky Shroud Claim. Anything else, we're going to pass the turn. Playing against Mizzex, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell with converted mana cost greater than the number of experience counters that you have, you get an experience counter. Then instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each experience counter that you have. Okay, then we draw into Satyr Wayfinder. Let's go and get the, let's go for Satyr. See if we have any certain land drop I'm going to go for off this one. We're not online for Sky Shroud Claim, so we're just going to get this down and get some, see if we can't get a couple more lands in the hands. And then, ooh, nice. Let's go ahead and take, I think on this one, we're just going to take the Windswept Heath. Yeah, I like that. We'll grab Windswept Heath. Anything we want to get down right now, let's go, yeah, we'll go and get that one down. Then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. But yeah, as far as mulch goes, so whenever I first started on my channel, there was probably about like 4 or 5 videos where I, over time, but over the course of like a couple months, where I would cast mulch and I'd only grab one land out of the bunch. And part of that was because I'm used to playing with Grizzly Salvage at the time. I was playing a lot of Modern, and ooh, opponent's got some nice islands out there. Really digging that. Looks good. Let's go and crack the Windswept Heath, and then, yeah, I'll finish that mulch story in a second. But yeah, so basically, I would think it was Grizzly Salvage, and I would only grab one land. And I can't tell you how many comments I would get, like, hey, Jolt, it's to grab all the lands. You can get all the lands. You don't have to be as picky as you are. We only want one. We need, probably need one more blue. And with Urborg, let's just go and grab Breeding Pool. Put in play taps. But yeah, so off mulch, you need to grab all the lands that you reveal, not just one. I mean, you can pick one if you want to, up to. That's what I would do. Okay, drawn to Lightning Greaves. Let's go and get the, let's go for the Urborg. I mean, actually, I don't mind going for, I'd like to go for Sky Shroud Claim, but I actually like Sidisi in this particular matchup. We need to get some pressure going on our opponent. Let's go blue, green, black, and then doesn't really matter. Go for Sidisi, hopefully. Graveyard, fingers crossed, that we hit a creature off that one. Oh, beautiful. Hit a Crater Hoof, I'll take that. And then do we have anything else out? Do we want to swing in with Sit? No, we're okay. We'll just go and pass the turn. Coming in hot with nobody. But yeah, as far as what we have in the graveyard, yeah, we don't have a Living Death. What we do, I mean, we don't have Dread Return in the graveyard, but it is good having Crater Hoof. That is good to have out of the graveyard to where we can bring that back and make sure our zombies are having a lot of fun. All right, opponent's going for Time Warp. Let's see if this is if we're going to survive past this or not, and we'll kick it over to them. But yeah, so I'd only grab one land off mulch, and it probably took about 3 or 4 months to always remember that, because at the beginning of my channel, one of the things that I did kind of struggle with was balancing gameplay and commentary. I've gotten a lot better about it now. I still make mistakes, and I like to provide a good, entertaining video for you. But there were times where I would just, maybe I was prioritizing commentary over the actual gameplay itself, and it would lead to little situations like that. So I can't help but look at mulch and kind of think about that. Okay, opponent casts a Compulsive Research. They do have 3 mana available right now, but that's the worst they're going to do with the Time Warp. I'll take that. See what we draw into. Draw into an island. Do we want to go for the Lightning Greaves on Sidisi? Is that what we want? Yeah, let's go to get the island down. If we go for that, that's going to put us on 3 for Buried Alive or Fraying Sanity. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's go Lightning Greaves, see if this sticks. Actually, let's go Fraying Sanity first. We're going to actually choose us, because we can get as many triggers as possible. Targeting us, that's one of the fun things about this card, is that it says target player, so you can actually target yourself if you want to. Okay, that does stick. Let's see if we can't get the Lightning Greaves going. Now, if we push into our opponent, we have Mizzex, Young Pyromancer out there, Young Peasy, and then an Elemental. Definitely chump block with both of those. Let's go and put the Lightning Greaves on there. Yeah, I guess at this point, we'll just go and hold off. Yeah, I would like to swing in, but we'll get rid of Young Pyromancer. Could get another trigger. Yeah, let's go and push in. Why not? Let's have some fun. All right, we're going to push in with Sidisi, get that trigger going. Hopefully we hit a zombie token off that. Oh, beautiful. I'll take it. And Vengeful Pharaoh. Awesome. Fun thing about Vengeful Pharaoh is that sometimes people forget it's in the graveyard. A lot of times where people just swing in and Vengeful Pharaoh trigger and their creature's gone. So it's, I mean, it's not my duty to remind them. Well, let's see, what do we have going on? Epiphany at the Drown Yard. Okay, and it's going to reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Choose one of those pile, put that pile in your hand, the other pile into your graveyard. It's kind of reverse factor fiction. Okay, go for it. This is going to be an extra Young Pyromancer trigger token on the battlefield. See what the piles are, and then we get to choose which one. That pile goes into the hand, the other goes in the graveyard. So right now we have Fireball, Red Sun Zenith, Double Island, and Pour Over the Pages. Draw 3 cards, untap up to 2 lands, discard a card. I'm thinking we'll probably go give them Pour Over the Pages. I mean, that's going to be spot removal that they can use for Sidisi. I don't mind them. You know, they get a little bit ahead on mana and draw a couple cards, but I'm okay with that pile going into the hand. Let's go and get that popped up so we remember that. Okay, swing in with Sidisi. See if that's going to get our opponent to throw any chump blocks out there. Might just do token. Okay, that's perfectly fine with us. We want those zombies on the battlefield. Alright, then anything else? No, I think we're going to go and pass the turn. We'll get that Fraying Sanity trigger too. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Love Graveyard. Love zombies. Love Sultai. This is a really fun deck for me. Okay, so we got a couple zombies on the battlefield. We are slowly working towards a Gem Palm Polluter. Not the best. Kind of hands in the air, but it is something that we can work towards. So, and especially, you know, just cycling, we can do that at any point. So if our opponent's life total gets a little low, we can definitely go for Gem Palm Polluter. Now, we kind of need to figure out what we want to go for. We do have a Sky Shroud Claim. That's going to be us tapping out, and that'll put us in a spot where we can go for Buried Alive on the back end to kind of get a couple creature cards in the graveyard. But we'll see what our opponent's got going on. Ooh, got the Locust God. All right. Gonna have some fun. Now they do have the. Let's go and cross off the island. I'll assume that's what they got down. They do have Pour Over the Pages. That's gonna be 3 cards. That'll be 3 insect tokens. So kind of need to get this clock going. One thing that would definitely help would be something like Dread Return to bring Crater Hoof out of the graveyard, or any sort of Buried Alive reanimate style spell. Okay, Pour Over the Pages. Be a few more insect tokens on the back. Oh yeah, and I forgot with the experience counters. It's only gonna cost 2. So yeah, go for it. But yeah, so if we draw into a Reanimator spell, we can bring back Crater Hoof. That might be enough. I don't know if it would be off that one. It'd be kind of close. But yeah, one of the Sidisi got hit pretty hard with that last tutor ban. We use Sidisi tutors a lot to kind of find the exact card pieces that we need. So unfortunately, she got hit pretty hard with those tutor bans. So I ended up adding, what did I add? I added the Scarab God in here in place of Vampiric Tutor, just to kind of keep the creature count up. And, you know, scenarios like this, if we draw into the Scarab God, it'd be great for us to get Crater Hoof going, if we don't die to some insect tokens. And then what else did I add? I think I added Liliana, the Reanimator Liliana. She might have been in there already. I had to take out two tutors. I can't remember what the other card was. But opponents go empty the Warrens. All right, this is just a crazy party we got going on. Okay, a lot of goblins, a lot of insect tokens. I'm trying to remember. We got 1, 2, 3. If we draw into like Massacre Worm, I think we have Massacre Worm in here. That would be something that would allow us to win. But outside of that, it's not looking too good. We'll see what we can draw into. Okay, opponent swinging for 5 is going to put us down to 24, and then we can. Yeah, actually, we don't really want Vengeful Pharaoh on top. We don't have a dredge option. That's the only bummer about Vengeful Pharaoh. It works great with the dredge option, but it's not what we want to draw into. Okay, we're going to blow up one of the insect tokens, because you can put it on top and then dredge, and then use it as a nice CDC trigger once you go for that dredge. Okay, so let's see. They swing in. That's going to be 8 coming across. That's going to be 12, 16, 17. It's going to be 21. So if they swing all out, if they have any sort of draw spell, that'll really amplify it out. We have some zombies that we can block with. What helps us get out? We kind of want to leave Vengeful Pharaoh in the hand. It's going to put us at about 6 mana. Do we want to just swing in with Sidisi just to get some extra value? It'll swing in. There'll be a lot of goblins to block on that. You know, maybe we could get... Well, if we do that and then we get a zombie token, we're kind of in the same spot. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's go Sky Shroud Claim. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to shock. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go Sky Shroud Claim. We're just kind of thin our deck out a little bit. Let's go Sky Shroud Claim. And then I'll still put us on, we'll still have Black Man off the breeding pool, and then hopefully we can grab 2 on shock sources. There we go, Bayou and Tropical Island. Let's grab those. Let's go for the Buried Alive. Either way, we're dead. I think next turn, if they get any sort of draw spell, it's going to be really hard for us to get anything going. But if we can just kind of set up a graveyard somehow, maybe in the deck. Oh, Dissolve. Yeah, that's going to get it. Okay. And then anything else, I think we're going to go on past turn. You need to make the, get the Water Your Grave down. Just going to put that into play tapped. Not going to pay 2, no. Then we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. Yeah. See if we survive this turn. With the Gem Palm Polluter, we're not going to gain life. It's the only target player is going to lose life. So I think at this point we'll just go and pass the turn. Oh, bummer. We do not hit another zombie. But, oh, well, I guess our only hopes right now is we just kind of chump block on a lot of these creatures, and our opponent doesn't have a draw spell. We draw into Dread Return. Yeah, if we simply draw into it, we can just cast it onto the... we can go for Living Death for one thing, or we can just go Crater Hoof. If we do Crater Hoof, Commune with Lava, yeah, sure, go for that. Commune with Lava. If we go Crater Hoof, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 6, yeah. Kind of depends on how they swing in and we kind of chump block. So we may end up being dead, but hey, we'll have some fun. Okay, get the, and that's one of those, the Locust God. I love the Locust God. It's a really fun commander. But sometimes you, when you play it as the commander, it just, the game's really over really quick, and it's a lot of fun to go fast like that in commander. But sometimes it's just, it's kind of a one-trick pony. So to kind of see the Locust God doing really well in a Mizzex deck is really nice. Okay, opponent's got 8, 15. That's going to be, let me double check that. That's going to be 8, 15, 20 coming across, which is going to put us down to 4. We'll still go and chump block on a couple of these. Let's go Zombie. Clean up the elementals. That's fine. I'm fine with zombies on the battlefield. We'll go Sidisi on one of those, and I don't think we really want to trade with Satyr. It's going to put our opponent at 16 damage. Yeah, we're okay with that. All right, bring it on. So at this point, our live draws are Massacre Worm. Living Death, unfortunately, is in the graveyard. That would be something that we could go for to kind of flip the board, but we'll see what we draw into. Maybe we get a nice, sweet top deck. We do have to watch out for a counterspell. We did see Dissolve from our opponent, but we're going to give it our best. All right, opponent goes for a Careful Study. There'll be a couple extra insect tokens off that. Sorry about that. Took a drink of tea and then a little bit of a coughing fit. I had to mute the mic real quick. Okay, let's see if our opponent taps out. If they do, we can maybe, just maybe, try and live the dream. Burn from within on 8. Target creature or player. Hey, that's going to get it right there. Bummer. But hey, I'll take that. That's a nice Mizzex showing. Usually when you play against Mizzex, it kind of turns into like a, kind of like a storm fest right there. But that's pretty sweet we went with the Locust God. So I'll definitely go and post this video up. So, you know, if you get a pretty sweet commander loss like that, I always enjoy posting it up. So, alright everybody, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Sidisi, Wicked Witch of the West Coast. We're going to hit the east side of that LBC on that mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. So, man up, regulators. As far as our opening hand goes, we got Tropical Island. Yeah, man, I like this hand a lot. We're going to keep on this one. The only way it would be better is if we were on the play, but I will take this. Get the commander squared up. Actually, yeah, our opponents on the play, we'll let them do their thing. We are playing Sidisi, Wicked Witch. Whenever Sidisi enters the battlefield or attacks, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then, whenever one or more creature cards are put into the graveyard from your library, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Drawn to, ooh, Grizzly Salvage, love it. I'm just going to get the, I guess the Underground Sea down. Doesn't really matter. Anything else, we're going to go past the turn. Playing against Niv Mizzet. The Fire Mine, flying. Whenever you draw a card, deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Then tap, draw a card. So hopefully we don't get spelled out. But hey, if we do, I'll take it. Always like a good commander win if it's from our opponent. I'm just going to get the Grizzly Salvage down. I mean, excuse me, get the Force down. Then we can use it for Grizzly Salvage. Anything else? Yeah, well, actually, yeah, we'll go and go for it now. We don't really want to surprise our opponent with that. They happen to have a counter spell they don't really want in the hand. I'd rather use Grizzly Savage and then have it countered. Crypt Breaker. I think that sounds good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I like Crypt Breaker. Grab Crypt Breaker. It goes into the hand. Anything else, pass it over to our opponent. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically we could have waited with Grizzly Salvage, but like I said, you know, if we get hit by a random counter spell, then I would be a sad camper, and I don't like being sad in Commander. Ooh, Mesmeric Orb. Let's go and get the Urborg down. Let's see if this draws out a counter spell on Crypt Breaker. Okay, and let's go for Mesmeric Orb. See if that sticks. Fingers crossed. Oh, yes. All right, we're in business now. All right, let's go and pass the turn. Love Mesmeric Orb with a Sidisi, because Mesmeric Orb, it's going to trigger for each permanent that untaps. So, with Sidisi on the battlefield, it's going to be all separate triggers. It's going to get a zombie for each one. Because of the way... Oh. I got way too excited. Started playing with my toys before we had it at the house. Let's go and get the tropical island down. Do you want to go for Sidisi? This sounds good. Yeah, let's go for Sidisi. See if we can get some zombies on the battlefield. It's going to be blue, black, green, and then free choice. Doesn't really matter. Put the top 3 cards of our library, and then beautiful. Hit a flesh bag that will turn into a zombie. Let's go and swing in with a Crypt Breaker because we don't have 3 zombies, so we're not going to be able to tap to draw a card. Alright, swinging in for 1, put our opponent down to 26, and we have a nice 26 turn clock with Crypt Breaker. But yeah, as far as, what was I say? Oh, Mesmeric Orb, yeah, so it's going to trigger for each permanent that untap. So let's say if it did stick on the battlefield, we untap our 4 lands, it's going to be 4 different triggers, and it's going to trigger for each card that is a creature card to get those zombies. Alright, opponent goes for Bribery. Yeah, go for it. I'm trying to figure out what, I mean, I guess they could technically go, I think Massacre Worm's in here. I haven't played Sidisi in a long time. This is the first time I've played it probably in about a couple months now. So I did give it a quick look. I know Crater Hoof's in there, Grave Titan. Those are all good options to kind of choose as far as what would be really good for our opponents to select with Bribery. Not really sure, so we'll kind of find out here in a second. Okay, our opponent does search up a Grave Titan and get those zombies on the battlefield. I thought they were going to go for Grave Titan. I wasn't really sure. But I was thinking, it's like, man, I think Grave Titan's really the only thing they can kind of get some value out of. So, and that is what they do pick. So, let's see what we draw into. Draw into a Doomblade. Target non-black creature, and Grave Titan is definitely a black creature. What are we going to go for? We do not have 4 mana at this point right now. If we go for Diregraph Colossus, enters the battlefield, we're going to put one counter for each zombie in our graveyard. We do have at least 1, 2. We only have 2 zombies right now. And then whenever we cast a zombie spell, we're going to get a zombie onto the battlefield. Let's go Diregraph Colossus, because we can get, we can survive a couple Grave Titan hits. I'm okay with that. Let's go and tap out. Let's get the Diregraph Colossus on the battlefield. And what I'm thinking about doing is see if we just can't tap our 3 zombies. And I'd really love it if we can hit the land drop for the turn. Fraying Sanity, well, I'll take it. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. Now, we do have Splinter Fright. It's power and toughness equal to the number of creature cards in our graveyard. We're only at 2 right now, but if we can get some heavy mill action, then we actually might get into a position to where we can block Splinter Fright on the Grave Titan. Okay. Opponent swinging in. The good thing, though, is if we get some zombies on the battlefield, we do have Liliana's Mastery. We're going to get 2 zombies, and then it acts like a zombie lord. So we'll at least be able to kind of stop the onslaught of zombies coming across. Okay. And then just kind of throw our zombie creatures in front of the Grave Titan over there. I would assume that Grave Titan would probably just... any chump block zombies would probably go back into his belly. I bet he would recycle like that. I don't know why. It just seems like a fun mental image. He cares about the environment, the zombie environment. Ooh, Hedron Crab, no lands. Ooh. Let's see. So we go Lord of the Accursed. It's going to be a zombie lord. We can still tap it to see if we can hit the land drop for the turn. I think I like that. We can still go for Hedron Crab too if we do hit the land drop. So let's go Lord of the Accursed. And then we'll go and leave up that tropical island because we do have Urborg on the battlefield. Alright, get a zombie spell, or a zombie token. It'll be a nice zombie lord. We can kind of start chump blocking on some of these zombie tokens. Let's go and activate the Crypt Breaker. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be 14 across next turn. Tap out for 3. That's going to leave the Lord of the Accursed Sidisi blocking on the zombie. I think we're okay with that. Let's go and tap the Crypt Breaker. Let's go 1, 2... Tap the zombie, and then we'll leave up the... Yeah, we're going to leave up... Tap the Lord of the Accursed. Okay. Draw a card. See if we can hit the land drop for the turn. Draw into Nyx Weaver. Yeah, we'll still go and get down Hedron Crab. Hedron Crab, worst case scenario, will be an extra body. And if we hit like a fetch land next turn, then hopefully we can get a good Sidisi trigger going. Alright, anything else? We're going to pass the turn. So we have Diregraph Colossus. We can stop these zombies from swinging in. We also have Sidisi. And I may have not blocked with Sidisi last turn. So if you're wondering why I didn't block with Sidisi, if I remember correctly, I think I just missed it. So sorry about that. It happens with commentary sometimes. But yeah, there's just sometimes where I start talking and then we're like getting to the point in the game where I'm like, could we have blocked on something like that? And then that happens sometimes. But that's one of the things about my channel. When I first started doing my channel is learning how to, because I wanted to provide a good commentary experience. That's something I really enjoy doing. And, you know, it was kind of like learning how to do 2 things at once, like juggle, bounce a baseball in one hand and bounce a basketball in the other hand. It was just kind of, You know, I wanted to provide good gameplay and good commentary, but doing them both at the same time was a little bit of a learning curve in the beginning. But I've gotten a little bit better. Still making mistakes, though. Let's go Sidisi and then Digraph Colossus. And that's going to be 1, 2. That'll be 10 coming across, puts us down to 8. Yeah, we'll still go and hold on to Hedron Crab, but hopefully we can kind of keep these zombies going. We'll be in business when we get down Liliana's Mastery. Lightning Bolt on Digraph. Oh, bummer. Hey, that happens, though. Alright, 3 damage on there. At least to kind of clean up one of the zombie tokens. And that does put us at 8. And then now we kind of get into spots where we can just kind of hold back. And we still have Nyx Weaver to get down to kind of stop the zombies, too, so... And with them using that Lightning Bolt, that will cut them off Niv Mizzet. I'm actually not sure if they made the land drop for the turn. Yeah, they did make the land drop for the turn. So it's going to keep them off Niv Mizzet. So hopefully we don't... it's going to get exiled with 3 suspend counters. Okay, I'm going to move that over there so we don't forget about it. Alright, see what we draw into. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Got our zombie fingers crossed for a nice land to get onto the battlefield of Forbidden Alchemy. Okay. So we can just kind of get into a holding pattern, I guess, at this point. We might be running into a counter spell on this one. We can go for Splinter Fright. At the beginning of your upkeep, put the top card of your library into your graveyard. That could be an extra zombie on the battlefield. If we go Forbidden Alchemy, we might hit the land drop. Yeah, let's go and go Forbidden Alchemy. We've not hit a land in a minute, and we need to get that going. Okay, let's go for Forbidden Alchemy main phase. See if our opponent has a counterspell. They do have 4 mana available between the Boilerworks and the Reef and the island over there. And it looks like... Oh, there we go. Sometimes Magic Online like pauses if something happens, and I thought it paused for a second. So we'll see if they do have a counterspell. Okay, it does resolve. So, and we do hit a land off the Scalding Tarn. So actually, put a card in your hand. Yeah, we just need to go... Well, we could go Splendid Reclamation. I feel that's a little slow. Yeah, I like going for the Scalding Tarn. That's going to be an extra couple of Hedron Crab triggers. And we'll get the Sidisi trigger, too, to hopefully kind of maybe just kind of chump block on Grave Titan. Okay, let's get that zombie token onto the battlefield. Okay, get the zombie on the battlefield. Let's go and get the Scalding Tarn down. I'm going to direct this Hedron Crab trigger over to us. And then we are sitting at 7. Do we want to crack the Scalding Tarn in response? It's going to target us with this trigger. Now I think we're okay. We'll just go and see what we flip off this one. Hopefully we get another zombie on the battlefield. It might kind of put us in a spot where we can almost start swinging in. Okay. Oh, beautiful. We hit another zombie. Okay. And then we kind of need to make sure we keep track of what's going on this side of the battlefield, too. Let's go and crack the Scalding Tarn. Do we want to do that? Yeah, we need to get some triggers going. Let's go and crack the Scalding Tarn. It's going to put us down to 7. We might be getting into this weird kind of burn range, but we need all the Hedron Crab triggers we can get. Send another 3 over here. You know, we're kind of, at this point, we're almost looking for something like Dread Return. Okay, another zombie on the battlefield. Now, let's see. If they swing in next turn, there's going to be a couple more zombies. If they swing in with the whole crew, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we kind of need to leave a few zombies back. I think if we swing in with Sidisi, that'll be an extra trigger we can get down. Let's say we swing in with a couple of the 3/3 zombies, and then that puts us maybe blocking Hedron Crab on Grave Titan. Yeah, let's go and be let's be a little aggressive on this. Let's go and swing in with Sidisi. And that's going to be a 3/3, 2/3. And then this zombie. Yeah, I think I like this. That's going to be 1, 2. That's going to be 5. That'll be 8. Yeah, I like this attack. We'll go and push it on this one. You know, if they've got it, they've got it. Especially if we hit the Sidisi trigger like we just did. Beautiful. And then we hit Life from the Loam. Oh, yeah. We'll get an extra body on the battlefield. Yeah, I like pushing in on this one. Because it kind of puts them in a spot where they can double zombie block on Sidisi if they want to. Or they just simply just have to kind of chump block on a couple of the other ones. Okay. Now, block on Lord of the Accursed. The good thing is, though, we're pretty far ahead on zombie count. Okay, and then we also still have Liliana's Mastery, so we'll be able to get that kind of that zombie lord back. All right, anything else? Now we're going to go past the turn. Now, if they do swing in, we're going to be trading. That's going to be 3 zombies, but we do have Life from the Loam to get down, and we can also start turning our Life from the Loam grabs out of the graveyard into more Hedron Crab triggers, so we can really get some zombies quicker than our opponent can replace them by swinging in with Grave Titan. All right, arranging into pile. Control Magic. Ooh. Okay. This is a pretty gnarly pile right here. So let's go and split up Jace. I think we don't want them to have Control Magic. They can get it down next turn and go on Sidisi. If they go for Mana Vor, they're going to be able to bounce Sidisi back to the hand too. So almost, if we go Jace, this may be a lot of value if they go Jace and control magic. I mean, because really, what's the worst? You're going to gain control Sidisi, then they also get down to Jace. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. They'll have just enough mana for that. Let's go and go Cultivator's Caravan. I think, is this what we like? This is going to be Jace and the Mana War, and they're simply just going to be able to bounce it back. Because if we put Cultivator's Caravan, that's a lot of value over there. I think I like the split. That kind of puts them on going for looting with Jace, and then Mana War just to kind of bounce the DC back for the turn. We can always recast it if we need to. Yeah, I like this one. We're going to do a pile like that. Yeah, because if we go Cultivator's Caravan in that top pile, that's a lot of value for them to get, and that's almost just an auto-include, so hopefully kind of make this decision just a little bit difficult for them. But either way, that's pretty good Factor Fiction flip off that. Now, if they do take the control magic pile, they do gain control of Sidisi. We're going to lose that on that milling action. As far as the zombies that we have, we're looking at about losing 3 zombies. So it gives us 3 more zombies, and we can still get down Liliana's Mastery and hopefully kind of go on a zombie beat stick game plan. But we'll see which pile they put in their hand. Okay, and what they did take control magic in Cultivator's Caravan. Okay, I'll take that. And like I said, it's really not that. If they gain control of Sidisi, it is not the end of the world. And if we want to get really aggressive, we can actually start going for some Crypt Breaker activations on our zombies once we kind of declare them as a blocker, depending on how they swing in. All right, opponent's going for Serum Visions, and then at this point, do we have anything in the graveyard that matters? Just Life from the Loam. So if CDC sticks around, awesome. If not, then we can still go and dredge Life from the Loam. But more than likely, let me see. Yeah, we'll see what we got going on. Okay, opponent's tapping out for 4 mana. Okay, our opponent is actually going for Control Magic on Crypt Breaker. If they want to start tapping their zombies to draw cards, I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, we're going to do that. Okay. Take care, gain control of Crypt Breaker. Yeah, you know, at our point right now, we just want more zombies on the battlefield. And our opponent doesn't know about Liliana's Mastery. So we can get that down as a way to hopefully maybe kind of push past our opponent's creatures. See what they swing in with. They've got Grave Titan and a couple zombies. Actually, you can see if they're going to hold it back or not. If they swing in with Grave Titan, there's going to be 2 more zombies on the battlefield. And unfortunately, we have Doomplay just sitting in the hand without anything to really target it with. Okay, I'm just going to swing in with Grave Titan. Get those extra zombies on the battlefield. Do you want to trade on this one? It's going to be 6. Puts us down to 1. That kind of puts us in a... If they simply just get down Niv Mizzet and draw a card, that pretty much takes care of us. But if we trade with a lot of zombies, we're going to lose out on some of those zombies. Let's keep our creature count up. You know, if they've got a burn spell for 1, so be it. I like Hedron Crab. Yeah, we're just going to let this go through. What we can do is we can go for Dredge on Life in the Loam. Maybe we hit Dread Return to kind of bring something back out of the graveyard. We get lucky with that. I think at this point in the game, we want to keep as many zombies on the battlefield and just kind of play to our outs, just because it's almost just kind of an uphill battle on this one. Okay, and opponent's going to pass the turn over us. Let's go ahead and Dredge Life from the Loam. Is that? Yeah, I think that's going to be 3 cards in the graveyard. Drawn to Doubling Season. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's get down Liliana's Mastery. It's going to be double black. Let's see if we're going to run into a counter spell on this one. Go for Liliana's Mastery. There'll be 2 more zombies on the battlefield. Yeah, they've got a counter spell. That may, oh, bummer. Disdainful Stroke. Okay, you got it. Let's see. Now, if we push in with Sidisi and the 6 zombies, that's going to be 6, 12, and then come on, that's going to be 15, which is not going to be enough, and we'll actually just trade on a lot of the zombies. So I guess at this point, we'll just go ahead and pass the turn and see if we can survive. We don't have any more dredge options on the graveyard, and we don't really have a whole lot of actual graveyard action going. And if they do get down Niv Mizzet, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they'll have 8 mana, and any sort of draw spell will allow them to kind of win the game with Niv Mizzet on the battlefield. So we'll see if they have it or not. And actually, if they just go for Niv Mizzet and tap the Crypt Breaker to draw a card, they can go for that. All right, go to 14, and we'll see what else. But yeah, that's definitely the line that they could go for to kind of close it out. And yeah, that's the bummer with Sidisi is. Sidisi is kind of a weird deck in that it's you want to go zombie tribal, but at the same time you want to go all in graveyard, and you know, sometimes it feels like it's not a good zombie tribal deck, and then other times it feels like it's not a good graveyard deck, but then other times you just have a wonderful match, and it's just random stuff like that. But no, I always enjoy playing Sidisi, but unfortunately I like to get a win for you, but sometimes you get into spots where you can't really get a win. But it's been a fun match so far. I'm really putting some work with Grave Titan. Okay, and that's going to be us blocking all the way across. Yeah, we'll just go and trade. We've got to do what we got to do. And we are sitting at 1. Maybe they don't go for Niv Mizzet and activate those zombies. Let's go ahead and put the Hedron Crab. Well, block on the zombie? Actually, yeah. Let's go zombie on Grave Titan. Okay, I like that. Leave Hedron Crab. We're going to play to our outs. You know, if we dredge into another land or bring it back, and we get a couple more Hedron Crab triggers, or at least playing one more land onto the battlefield. We can't really crack anything. We'll go down to 0, which wouldn't be that fun. I guess we can kind of go out on our own terms. But they do have at least 3 zombies for the active Niv Mizzet. But looks like our opponent's not getting it down, so it's a little odd. But hey, it is what it is. We'll keep playing if they want to keep playing too. All right, draw into Drowned Catacomb. Let's go and get that down. Let's go for this Hedron Crab trigger, targeting us. Let's see if we get anything lucky off that. Okay, Vengeful Pharaoh, and then Crater Hoof. All right, let's go and get that zombie onto the battlefield. We can go for Nyx Weaver. And then tap out for black. Like I said, we're dead to Niv Mizzet and them activating Crypt Breaker because they draw a card. Yeah, but I guess we'll just kind of keep playing it out. Let's go for Splinter Fright. It's a nice 11-11 on this one. And get that down. And then we're also in a spot where we can just straight up just chump block on Grave Titan now and kind of keep it off the battlefield. So if we want to chump block or swing with Sidisi, we can to get an extra trigger. Oh, Dissipate. Okay, counter target spell. Got it. And they're going to get the Scry 1 on that. I mean, we could at least... Worst case scenario, we can still block right now and be alive for another turn. Alright, anything else? Do we want to push in with Sidisi? No, we'll just go and pass the turn. Looks like our opponent's just having some fun. Yeah, it's always fun to do that. And then we'll just oh, they activated Crypt Breaker, I think? Oh, created 2/2 zombie. Okay, I saw a fresh zombie pop up on the battlefield. I didn't know what was going on. Swing with Sidisi, that's extra zombie. We're kind of in the same boat. But yeah, they've actually got more. They've got 5 creatures on the battlefield, so that'll be a good game. We'll just pass it to our opponent, see what they got going on. If they got any extra shenanigans, but yeah, we're not just not going to have enough blockers to stop the onslaught of creatures coming across, especially if they get down the Riftwing Cloudskate. So actually, yeah, we'll just go and scoop it up. Our opponent's been a pretty good sport, so I'll just go and save them a combat step. But looks like Sidisi got taken out behind the woodshed by the Izzet Guild today. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.